Welcome to the Spark Report. John W. Davis and Pavy here with a special guest, four-time WNBA champion, Seimone Augustus. Now she's on the LA Sparks. And Money Moan, you got a new nickname. It's by me, Funny Moan. How you feel about that?
I feel good about that. Everybody enjoys the Funny Moan. People like, I get to see a little bit more of your personality now, just with the post and things like that. So it's been pretty cool. I enjoy Funny Moan.
Appreciate that. And then let me get this one in before I pass it over to Pavy. I know you picked your roommate because you want to eat. How you enjoying Chef Next cooking?
Chef Next been doing good. What did she make last night? This morning she made eggs, breakfast potatoes, avocado toast. So it's been good. Like, that's why you got to be smart about who you pick, especially in times like this. Like, we're in a bubble. It's somewhat similar to overseas in our experiences. So if you have a great teammate that can cook and do things like that, you like winning. So I'm winning right now.
Shout out that. Seimone, I just want to ask you. You've been around basketball for a while now. You've done so many great things within the game of basketball. I mean, like, not to like age you, but like, I was in high school watching you play at LSU. I was like, sorry, but like, I was at high school watching at LSU. Sorry, but
I was in college, so feel better about that.
But just at this point, like, have you gotten a chance to, I guess, somewhat, I guess, look back and like reflect on everything that you've done, or like, are you at a point where you're still so in the moment that you really haven't even taken a chance to really reflect on where basketball has brought you?
I think, even though we're in tough times, pandemic, COVID, or whatever, it's giving us time to like really, like you say, sit back and reflect, be at home with my family, like my mom, my pops, find themselves at times like pulling up old VHS tapes and watching like high school games, college games. Since there hasn't been any sports, ESPN, SEC TV networks like that have been doing good at playing like old games when and the rivalries that we had. So that's been good, like reliving those moments, because as you know, I mean, time flies, especially when you're playing a basketball, and like us, we play year round. So we never get to stop and really think about the things that we've done or accomplished. So this last 2 or 3 months has been great for me, just to kind of reflect on what I've done. I start to look forward to closing out my career. What will my ending look like?
Fair.
And when you're talking about that, I'm expecting you to come off the bench this year. How can you impact the game off the bench?
I'm whatever's needed. If it's coming off of the bench, obviously you get to see the flow of the game. And so you can find your attack points, whether it be on offense or defense. Communication is key, obviously. Being able to deliver the information that's needed to the people that are changing the flow, bringing a different flow to the game, whether it means being aggressive, getting to the free throw line, whether it means being aggressive, getting after someone on the defensive end, just trying to get that energy, that intensity going. So you just have to kind of gauge. It's not like I came off the bench last year a little bit for Minnesota. I've done it with USA basketball. So if that is a part of my journey, then you just have to embrace it.
Let me follow up on that. Would you rather start so you're warm right after warm-ups? Does that make a difference?
Could you repeat it?
Does it make a difference when you start and you don't have to kind of cool off sitting on the bench after warm-ups?
I mean, at older age, it doesn't really matter. I mean, you get warm and warm-ups. We do an excellent job of just making sure, we get our bodies warm, whatever exercises needed, activation. Bench. I mean, coming off of the bench, obviously you can have heat packs and things like that to keep your body together for when you're ready to enter the game. Starting, it's just like, all right, I already got it going. So then you just kind of take off from the jump. Then it's like the cool down while you're out and to get back in. So I think it's just you figuring it out. And I have a great, training staff with Courtney and everyone that's kind of figuring out what works for me, especially now with practice times. We've been practicing either early in the morning or late at night. So we're kind of gauging. For me, it's just once I'm out there, I'm ready to go. So whatever happens, happens.
Seimone, when I talked to you in the off season, I think it was your introductory press conference that you did. You said that one of the things that attracted you to LA was just the style of play, and being able to the drive and kick style, and also being able to isolate. And you said you mentioned the opportunity to break somebody's ankles or put somebody on skates. My question would be, have you got a chance to do that yet in practice? And also, with Chrissy not being there, do you even anticipate that you will receive some of those opportunities even more than what you anticipated before when you signed?
Fish has been doing a great job of like slowly ramping us up into 5-on-5 competition, competing against each other. I haven't had a chance to break anybody down just yet because we're still learning the concepts, the foundations of what our offense is going to be. Obviously, it's going to be positionless basketball where anybody get it and go. As we continue over the next 3 or 4 days leading into our first game next weekend, we're going to find spots where Candace can go to work on the post. NECA can get to work. Chelsea can do her thing, getting into the paint. And, we have a few little tweaks here and there that we're still working on, but I'm not forcing the whole isolation thing. If it happens, then I'll just do what I do. Other than that, I'll be spotted up waiting to knock down the jumper. My patent and mid-range jumper.
I want to save my question for the end, Pav. You got one more?
Yeah. Just practice under Fitch. Like obviously he played in the NBA. He had great success in the league. Just how is practice under Fitch? Like, I guess been there 2 weeks now. You've gotten maybe not fully accustomed, but a little bit accustomed. Just how is it? How was the practices?
It's been amazing. You can definitely tell he's a player's coach. Like he understands like being a young player with a burst of energy and wanting to like get on the court and practice hard and go that route. And then he also understands being an older player and how you have to gradually work yourself up into full court 5-on-5 like high speed intensity type workouts as well. And so he's done a great job. Him and the coaching staff has done a great job with kind of gauging, creating stations where we still get the individual work, but then we start to slowly ramp up into transition offense, transition defense, things like on how you feel. If you aren't feeling well that day, we don't want to push it. We want to make sure we maximize each day, even if that means you're just getting therapy or treatment or whatever, so that we would rather have you for the games over practices if that's the scenario or the case. So it's just really about being smart, and it's been good to have Fish as a coach.
Makes sense.
My last question is, do you have a message for your granddaughter, Taya?
Repeat.
Do you have a message for your granddaughter, Taya?
Get out of here. Oh, man.
How do you feel about somebody calling you grandma?
Oh, man. You know what? I done got used to it at this point. I've been hearing it since we've taken videos today, like 15 years. Oh, my God, 15 years. So I'm like, you just kind of embrace it. I'm like, you just make sure you get to 15. You make sure you get to 15 and you accomplish some of the stuff that I've accomplished. Obviously, she's a great young player, and we hope to see her do great things in this league. And I'm glad that I'll be able to kind of help her as far as getting accustomed to what it means to be a pro.
Real quick. I just want to ask one more thing. Just real quick. Throughout your years of play, you've been around, like you said, 15 years. Can you tell me some of your favorite players to compete against and why?
I guess it's the notable ones, the Candace Parkers, Diana Taurasi, Campy Poindexter. I didn't guard Lisa, but just Lisa Leslie, like that intensity, the tenacity, the competitiveness, like they bring it out of you. You either coming in and you ready to play, or you gonna get hooped on. Like, and that's what you talking about. You want to be the great, you want to be the GOAT. Then how do you match up with these players? How do you fend? Do you back down or do you go at them? And that's what it's always been about, when competing against those players. I'm like, I'm gonna either give her hell or she gonna give me hell. Either way, it's going to be on either way. So it's been great to just kind of be a part of this league. And as the league has transitioned from players, you know, some of the OG legend players to now, you can just see the competitive juices, the competitive nature, you know, hasn't changed much. It's just you get older, you get wiser, you know what I'm saying?
Makes sense.
Well, thank you so much. That's Seimone Augustus, one of the newest members of the LA Sparks. Appreciate you, Funny Mo. Thank you so much.
Thank you.